Chris Schultz here with Talk About Topeka, and we're coming to you in front of our live studio audience at the Break Room in downtown Topeka. And on this episode, we're speaking with Laura Burton from Midland Care. Laura, thank you so much for being here.
Of course, thanks for having me, Chris.
Absolutely. Well, Midland Care does some really important things in the Topeka community.
Yes.
And a lot of times people, until they're actually faced with something needing Midland Care, they don't really know what Midland Care does. So let's get the elevator speech out of the way here about Midland Care.
Yes, well, Midland Care is really well known locally as a hospice provider. We've been providing end-of-life care for 40 years. We were founded in 1978. But what a lot of people don't know about Midland Care is that we're an organization that over time has responded to community needs. So where we've seen a need for elders and seniors in particular in our community, we've tried to respond to that. So we offer really great end-of-life care that helps families and supports them in lots of ways, but we also offer home health, home support, our program of all-inclusive care for the elderly, a whole lot of services that are geared towards helping elders age in their own homes, in their own communities, so they can stay in our neighborhoods and make us a healthier community.
And of course, it's really important that people understand these services before they actually need them. A lot of people get to that point and they have to figure out an answer to these things, right? So tell us about that a little bit.
Planning for aging is really important, and even end-of-life care planning is really important, even for young people, and that's something a lot of folks miss out on. They think, well, I'm in my 30s or my 40s or my 50s or 60s, I don't need to be thinking about end-of-life planning, but that sometimes puts families in really difficult situations. So we encourage people of all ages to, first of all, learn about what services are available in your community for people as you age, but also put together an advance directive, even if you're in your 20s. It's important to be having those kinds of conversations and thinking about those things with your family so that if something does happen, there's not an additional burden on your family to try to figure out what you would have wanted or what your wishes are.
Absolutely. We see that a lot. My dad was actually at the Midland Care Hospice House and spent his last days there, and it was, the people that make up Midland are so supportive and so wonderful. And it was, an awful experience, but it was a wonderful experience all at the same time because of that.
The house at Midland Care is a beautiful environment.
Yeah.
And it's the only hospice house in the state of Kansas. It's really devoted towards meeting people's needs when they're going through very difficult times. And we have nurses, doctors, social workers, chaplains, home health aides, a whole group of people coming together to work with the same patients and figure out the best way to meet their needs. And so I'm glad to hear that it was a positive experience for your family. I know a lot of people have difficult times there, but are also really glad that when they need it, it's there and it's available for them.
Absolutely, absolutely. So how can people in the community help Midland Care?
Well, Midland Care is a not-for-profit organization, so of course donations are always appreciated, and those donations can be time, talent, or treasure. We're always looking for volunteers at Midland Care, and we particularly need volunteers right now to help in a few main areas. Patient care is one of those. We need people who are willing to sit with somebody, socialize with somebody, play cards sometimes. And we also need a lot of volunteers in our grief and loss program, our bereavement program, which serves families after their loved one has died and serves people of all ages. So we have camps, for example, for kids who have lost parents, grandparents, other loved ones, and teens. And camps and other activities for youth require a lot of hands on deck to make that happen and make that a positive experience for children. So we need lots of volunteers in patient care, also folks to help us out with administrative work, and volunteers to work in our retail store at Findables.
Excellent. So for those sitting at home, how do they get involved?
Best way to get more information is to visit our website at midlandcare.org. They can also check us out on Facebook or Twitter or whatever social media platform they use and enjoy. It's a great way to keep up with us and learn about what's happening and what's new.
Wonderful. Well, our community is so lucky to be able to have a wonderful organization that takes care of people when they're in need and their whole families. So thank you for what you do. Thank you to all the folks at Midland Care, and thank you for visiting with us today on Talk About Topeka.
Thanks, Chris.
You bet. That's Laura Burton, folks. Check it out at Midland Care.